on. Or if you're doing a bath, when you do the bath, you're going to wash everything. You're going to wash the back, the legs, etc. If possible, you can offer a client a massage. Once you finish that, you want to put a new gown on the client. So the client should always be covered. So you don't want to expose the entire body. So put a new gown on the client, but don't bring it down. Just bring it up to the client's waist. Because you'll get it dirty if you put it down and you haven't done Pericare yet. So your gown should always be at the client's waist or above the client's waist. And what you're going to do is you need to have your supplies ready to go. So we have all of our linen here, but you'll need Pericare supplies. So you need a towel. We're going to be using 2 Pericare cloths. So I have a blue one and a kind of tan one. As well as we need to set up supplies for the wash. So we'll need some water. So we're going to have to get a little bit of water. And we'll pretend like this is my soap. As well, we're going to put some paper underneath and just line the surface so it's less likely to get dirty. Okay, so we have a pretend soap, we have a basin, but I'm going to have to get water. So make sure you provide safety for your client. If the bed is elevated, you want to put up your side rails. And then tell the client, okay, I'm quickly going to get some water to do our bath. Go over to the washroom, some water, test it. And you also get the client to test the water. Can you test the water to see if it's warm enough? It's good, thank you. And you're going to bring your supplies really close to your working area. So the first things you're going to need to do is put on gloves because you can get exposed to microorganisms, etc., excretions, feces, urine, so you definitely want to put on gloves. I'm going to talk to your client, so I'm going to just expose your perineal area, and we're going to do Pericare for the male. We'll roll over, and then we'll wash the anus area as well. That's okay? Are you able to do it on your own? No. Okay, so I'll be assisting you with that. So the first thing that we're going to do is I'm going to put a towel underneath you. So what I need is for you to bend your knees. Yep, bend as much as you can, as much as you're comfortable with. And we're going to put a towel underneath you. You want to put the towel the long way. So what we're going to do, I'll just expose so that you can see what we're doing. I'm going to ask the client to lift their buttocks up on the count of 3. Okay, so you're going to bridge or you're going to lift your buttocks up. 1, 2, 3, lift. And I'm going to be able to put that towel underneath the client. You can go down. Thank you. Okay. Now I have 1 cloth for washing and 1 cloth for rinsing. You're going to make a mitted washcloth. Right. And you're going to put some soap. Usually there's a spray, so you can put soap on all surfaces. Don't put it back in the water, it's going to get too soapy. Depending on how your client is facing, because I'm right-handed doesn't mean that you can use your right hand. So I'm going to have to hold with this hand. Remember, I have gloves on, and I'm going to have to wash with the other hand. So can I get you to put your legs down? In real life, you want their legs up and open, but just for the purpose of the video so you can see what we're doing. So for my client, when we do Pericare, this is a male, so if the client is uncircumcised, you need to pull the foreskin gently back. So I'll just be holding onto the penis and pulling your foreskin back. Is that okay? Okay. So gently pull back to reveal the tip of the penis. What you want to do is do a circular motion starting from the urethra around, just the tip. And we're going to do a rinse, so get it wet. Wring out the excess water. Oops. And we're going to do a rinse from the tip in a circular motion. And what you're going to do is return the foreskin back. Now we're ready to do washing of the shaft of the penis, and what you want to do is downward strokes. Okay, using different areas of the cloth. To do the underneath, you may have to gently lift the penis up in order to wash from the tip towards the scrotum. You're going to do the same thing with the rinse. Right, you're going to do washing downward strokes. Then I flip and use the other sides of the cloth. And I might need to add a little bit of soap now. You can also alter the way that the cloth is being held. I'm going to switch hands again. And you want to wash the scrotum area now, starting with whatever is furthest away from you. You will need to lift the penis out of the way in order to wash underneath, and lift to make sure you get underneath that scrotum. So that's your wash. And you're going to do a rinse. Now you can also do, last portion, is you can also do in the folds of the client's legs, as well as that surrounding area that may have a little bit of hair or pubic hair. So you can also do that after. What we want to do now is pat dry this area. So what I've done is I folded it in so this area is clean. And we're going to just pat dry the shaft and the scrotum. And if we washed in the abdominal folds, we're also going to just dry all of those areas with a pat dry. Thank you. So now what we want to do is we want to do the anus. So in order to do that, I need to get the client to roll over. Yep, so can you roll away from, actually can you come a little bit closer to me? And then you can roll over so you're not too close to the bed rails. You can hold on to the bed rail that's there so you don't fall. And you're going to use the same cloths that you used before, unless you have a different cloth. For the purpose of the test, you're going to still use the same cloth, same mitted technique, and you'll have two wipes, one side and the other side of the cloth. So you're going to lift with one hand, and you're going to wipe always from, if it's a male, always from the scrotum towards their anus. And if you need to wipe again, you flip it over, wipe from the scrotum towards the anus area. Once that's done, I'm going to rinse, put this back on, lift, rinse, flip it over, rinse. Pat dry, always again from the scrotum area towards the anus. And that's the end of Pericare, but you want to roll the client back over. Can you roll towards me? And you're going to bend your knees again. Bend. Yeah, perfect. I'm going to remove the towel from underneath you. Thank you so much. We're going to put that into the laundry. As well, your two cloths that you use for Pericare, you're going to put it in the laundry, and you're going to provide coverage or privacy for your client. So we're just going to cover you back up. You can put your legs down. And I'll be right back. I'm just going to get rid of my supplies. Are you okay? So we're going to put the side rails up, go to the washroom, get rid of the supplies, take off my gloves, and do hand hygiene before I move on to the next task.